Hello everyone, I'm the Hokage of Gaming, and this is day 5 of Journey of a Content Creator. So here today, we are on the Robinhood account. As you can see, well, it's Saturday. First of all, it's Saturday, so the market isn't open. And we went down a lot over the past, well, the break period when I wasn't doing anything. Not because I was making any stupid trades, it's just the market, just the way that it is currently. So I put, we do the 100 in every week. I bought into, where's SPY? Yeah, here. Put another $26 into SPY. As you can see there, April 27th. We bought BNGO. Yeah, we bought some more BNGO, so we'll go and show you off there. And I have a new stock to show you. As you can see, April 28th, just because I decided to wait to see if it would drop down anymore. And the new, well, before I get to the new stock, I also want to tell you about Arrow. You may have heard me talk about Arrow before and how I was waiting to see. I put a limit buy, as you can see, on the April 26th, and it had went through. I'm not sure if I had showed it to you guys, but I'm pretty sure I mentioned Arrow before. But this is the company with the electric vaccine vehicle, the Club Car 411, which would sort of be like a food truck, but instead of cooking the food, it would be like a superior Uber Eats and Grubhub, that type of deal. And the final company that I want to talk about today is SKLZ. SKLZ is a esports betting site, you could call it. As you can see, SKLZ engages in developing mobile gaming platforms that connects players in fair, fun, and meaningful competition, so on and so forth. Now, the company, if you go to the company site, and I'll put it on screen, it looks absolutely, and it just looks like trash. I'll be honest, because it's marketing itself as esports, but as a person who is heavily invested in esports just in general, like, I'm the Hokage of gaming. I like to play games, and it's not very appealing. But as the CEO and CFO have stated, they just need that one big game, and they'll be pretty much set. They'll be the premier place to go for betting and competition, that sort of deal.
In terms of genre expansion, we're particularly excited about continuing to expand our platform from our first successful categories of games to all game categories. And we're now seeing early validation of our multi-year investment in synchronous player technology. This next feature set will expand our content library to include games ranging from first-person shooters to real-time strategy.
Now, for those of you who may not know, let's take a game like Fortnite, for example. Let's say Fortnite, this is back in, I guess, 2017, 2018, when Fortnite was blowing up. If SKLZ was able to get in on it, that would be the sort of game that we're looking for. We're looking for some heavy hitters that will pretty much generate hardcore interest, because as of late, it's just mostly casual. And there's nothing wrong with casual, because I believe casuals make up a lot more market than hardcores, because hardcores, if something regarding the game doesn't go how they would like, they would just leave. But casuals would just play it regardless because they just like the game. They're not there for any specific reason. So yeah, that's SKLZ, BNGO, and SPY. And in the next segment, I'm going to be talking about taxes in the stock market, because I was requested so in one of my comment sections. So I'll see you guys in that video. So yes, I'm going to be talking about taxes in the stock market. I was requested to do so, and I hope this helps anybody, because it was a bit helpful, just me researching it for myself, and sort of pertains to the challenge. So yeah, some bare basics. You will not pay taxes on a stock when you buy it. You will only pay taxes when you sell. That is, when you buy it and you don't sell, that is called an unrealized gain. It's only an unrealized gain if it increases in price. So as you can see, you can hold forever, and when you sell, you would be realizing the gain, which is called a realized gain. So let's look at a real world example. As you can see on the article, it says Bill Gates transfers nearly $2.4 billion worth of stock to Melinda Gates amid divorce case. I'm sure some of you may have seen it, but as you can see, the question at the bottom is, will taxes be paid in this situation? So pause the video, think about it for a second, and just, what do you think? Okay, so the answer is, if you entered no, you'd be correct. It is because it is an account transfer. I'm presuming that it is an account transfer, because they're not gonna talk about all the nitty-gritty details like that. But if it's just a standard account transfer, no taxes will be paid. However, if he had proceeded to sell the stock, the Coca-Cola stock among the other stocks that he had, sell the stock and transfer the money, 100, I think it was a billion, yeah, 2.4 billion just in cash, in quotations cash, then he would have to pay taxes on it because he would have sold the stock. But since he's just transferring it, he's not going to be paying any taxes on it. So now we're going to be diving into short-term and long-term capital gains tax. If you're watching and you just want to pause the video and just read it for yourself, go right ahead. So let's break it down a bit. Obviously, short and long term, you know, that's time period. Capital is referring to the security. So in this case, we're going to be talking about stocks. And gains, obviously, if it's an increase, then it's a gain. If it's a decrease, it's a loss. So if you hold a stock for less than a year, you will be subject to short-term capital gains tax. So, you know, if you hold it for 364 days and not 365, then it's gonna be short term, and sucks to be in that situation. But that is also where some day traders get themselves into problems, because they trade a lot, they make a lot of money, but they still have to pay a lot in taxes. So let's turn it over to long-term capital gains tax. Long-term capital gains tax, as the name implies, if you hold it for more than a year, 2-3 years, because I'm sure Bill Gates was holding his stock for more than just a year, he would be subject to long-term capital gains tax if he had sold it, which he did not. And as you can see, long-term capital gains tax is much less aggressive than short-term capital gains tax. So now, selling stocks for a loss, which is an interesting case, because you would usually think, why would I ever sell a stock for a loss? I'm literally losing money. Why should I sell it? Well, there's some tax benefits to it. As you can see, you can sell your stock for a loss and it will lower your taxable income. And if you can play it properly, you can sort of balance out. You won't have to pay as much in taxes, which is something that I should probably look into regarding the challenge. But at the same time, it's a bit of a complicated subject, so I would really need somebody who is trained to enlighten me more to it. And as you can see at the bottom, your brokerage account will send you a tax form which is called a 1099. I use Robinhood and I have received these. I would show you all, but at the same time, that's a bit private, so you guys can certainly Google it and find that out for yourself. And what I want to talk about as well is the Roth IRA, because it is one of my favorite investment vehicles, just because of how, and this is a bit of gamer speak, so whatever, it's a bit OP. And for those that don't know, OP just means that it's overpowered. It seems absolutely busted and broken, and that is a good thing. That just means that it's super beneficial. So Roth just means the taxes that are already paid, and IRA means individual retirement account for those that don't know. As you can see, if you're under 50, you can put in 6,000. If you're over, you can put in 7,000. And the big part here is that in a Roth IRA, all your gains on your investments are tax-free. So there's a lot of things that, if you just look around Roth IRA millionaire, you can become a millionaire with this method theoretically. There's tons of ways that you can become a millionaire, but just when hearing this, I hope that it intrigues you. Tax-free money. Think about that. Think about how much you could do. Take a minute and think about what you could do. You could go on you could get a yacht. You could live in a country that you'd want to live in. You can play games for the rest of your life if that's what you want. You can give your kids a nice future. You see, there's a lot you can do with a lot of money. So that's particularly why I love the Roth IRA. I believe Graham Stephan even has a video, put $12 in your Roth IRA a day or a week or whatever, and you can become a millionaire, some title like that. But I know I have a lot of young people watching, and I have a lot of adults watching, and adults, tell your kids to get into a Roth IRA. And if I have any young adults graduating high school, because I know some of you are, please get a Roth IRA, because it's also something that I want to do. So yes, that is my soapbox. So as you can see, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Yeah, have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.